right now. He wants to add you, yes.
Just on that, there's also the live news feed,
yep.
Right? And I go from one to the other. So that means that most people
so
are
this is live news feed, okay? So if you change just the status updates, it stays the same. The status is just your friends.
That's the news feed you're talking about.
Yes.
That's what they're actually, they're showing me what they want to show.
Yes.
There's also a setting that you can go,
yes.
They're showing you 100 people, you can go and change your setting. But most people will not, so it
exactly, that's the problem is if you leave it up to somebody else to activate it, the default is going to be the majority.
But but what that says is that most people do not look at the live feed.
Right.
That is historically by time.
Right. No.
Don't go back and forth.
No.
They stay on
yes, they stay on the one thing, and this is where this comes into. That's why this is so huge. If this was a niche thing, where you had to opt in for it, I wouldn't be talking about it right now. This is it. This is the default. So you guys have got to get that word out and say, look, this is different now. And I love it. I love that engagement pays. It shows that relevancy makes sense because relevancy is engagement. I love that about this. So you got to now again, don't ask our official open-ended questions. Care about the answer. Right, make sure, yeah.
Is that again only from like your friends' updates, or is that from everybody?
That's any kind of group or fan you're part of.
Only things you opted to join?
Yeah, anything you've opted to join into. And I like it because a lot of times before fan pages or groups especially were kind of very low stickiness because you had to go back into the group to see what's been happening. So it allows you to push right into their mainstream, which is nice, but it has to be active. Right, so again, being dormant on Facebook is nothing for you either. So you have to be active and engaging. So last point about it, look how cute that is. I have saran wrap when I talk about transparency. I'm not only funny, I'm witty and observant. And it cost me $3 at iStop. I spent money for you guys tonight, just so you know.
Thank you.
Don't make me cry. Far too emotional. So, yeah, thanks FTC for this. What not to do on a PowerPoint slide. Easy to understand though. Ready? The revised guides also add new examples to illustrate the long-standing principle that material connections, sometimes payments or free products, between advertisers and endorsers, connections that consumers would not expect must be disclosed. These examples address what constitutes an endorsement when the message is conveyed by bloggers and or other word-of-mouth marketers. The revised guides specify that while decisions will be reached on a case-by-case basis, the post of the blogger receives cash or in-kind payment to review a product is considered an endorsement. Holy moly. In English, what this means, stop looking at it. This gives me light. What this means in English is the FTC is now mandating transparency. Okay, they're saying that you've got to be transparent, and why I highlighted in red is other word-of-mouth marketers means Twitter and Facebook and every social media aspect. And what this says, and people aren't as concerned as they should be, because they won't be until somebody gets sued and taken to court by the FTC and put in jail. And then everybody will start listening. It's like the Canned Spam Act. Nobody cared about it until somebody went to jail for it. So listen. Listen carefully. This is what this means. On a blog, even on Twitter, now we don't know again, and by the way, I am no way a lawyer at all. Not even remotely close to being a lawyer, ever. Ever. This is opinion and not legal advice. Talk about a disclaimer for you. I am the opposite. I'm like bizarro lawyer. I'm so far not a lawyer, I'm not even remotely close to one. So, my interpretation from reading smart people's opinions about it and bringing my own is that blogging, tweeting, adding something on Facebook or linking to something with an affiliate link, you have to disclose that this is an affiliate link. Right? So if you talk about if you review a book on your blog and you put a link to Amazon, well, you'll make like 4 cents if they buy it, you got to put in brackets affiliate link. It's not good, remember, my interpretation is, it's not good enough to have a separate page in your blog to say, by the way, we have certain products here and services that we endorse, we may or not have a commercial relationship with them. No, a blanket disclosure is not part of that connections that consumers would not expect. And not only is it, I'm given product, it covers everything from products to I got a meal out of this, I was paid, right? Or I have a potential to get paid on an affiliate sale. This runs an interesting, not for a blog, because sometimes a lot of bloggers will do like a bracket affiliate link anyways, or like for like a Tassimo, when I blog about it, I'm gonna say they gave me a machine. I have to disclose that, but it's in a tweet. So that means every time I tweet about, my Tassimo this morning was delicious, in brackets, they gave me one. That's what this is saying, yes.
Have you heard of that buzz agent?
Yep, I have, very much so, yeah.
What do you think of it?
Well, so I'll talk about the industry, not necessarily the company. The industry is that kind of paid word of mouth. reward word of mouth. They pay you to, it's like that person sitting at the bar drinking the drink and holding the brand there because they got paid for it. To me, disclosure is disclosure. Transparency is transparency regardless of medium. And I don't know if you put a sign here next saying I'm paid to drink this beer here, but again, it's connections that consumers would not expect. That's transparency, and that does include those things. It's like infomercials. It's no longer at the bottom to say results aren't typical. You can't do that anymore. Yep.
Oh, I just wanted to say I'm a buzz agent,
Yeah.
and you're asked to tell people if you are a buzz agent before you share.
Right, and that's again back to disclosure.
Yeah.
So here's all of our stuff. So you can put up links to signs, or you can put kind of pictures on your blog. You can do fun ones. Like here's one for you got product. Writer got hell of a swag bag for it. These are by I think it's Nienerbot, great artist. Writer got fed for it. Writer received mad Skrilla. Money. Anytime you can say the word Skrilla in anything, it's awesome. It's an awesome day. Now here's an actual cool site you guys can use to link in a tweet. CMP, okay, .ly, comply, get it? See? Witty people out there. What comply does is they allow you to have a short tweet. So if you put that in your tweet, that little short URL there, right in front of the screen, you put that in your tweet right now, that would link to this sign. And this one here says, affiliate marketing links. I have a marketing connection to the brand, topic, or product through the use of affiliate links contained herein. I may collect fees from purchase made. So in theory, you can put that shortened URL at the end of a tweet where you're having an affiliate relationship with the product you're talking about. So it's fairly basic. This isn't standard. Is this enough? I think so. I don't know so. I'm not a lawyer, but I think so. Okay, so this is what I think that, and they have 7 different ones of these. Talk about, I got the product for free, I got lunch, I have no relationship at all, or I got paid. So they have, it's all free, and all it is instead of a 5, it's a 4, a 3, or 2, or a 1. So go check this out. It's actually a very useful resource if you want to comply. But here's the issue about compliance with FTC. You know the biggest issue? Sorry, the biggest issue here? We don't have to. The FTC is in the States. It doesn't cover us. So the question is, do you need a foreign governing body to tell you should be transparent? Of course not. Yes, thank you. It's always one. So, do we, being the passive people we are, follow the rules? And it gets gray. If you're tweeting and your market's in the States and Twitter servers are hosted in the States, we're getting gray. I don't want to get into the gray. I want to be black and white right now, and I should disclose it. The problem is, how far do we go? How far do you go? Again, do I say every time I take a sip of Tassimo that the following tweet was paid for by Tassimo's machine that they gave you for free, but I bought the disc that went into it today? That's the whole tweet! The whole tweet's a disclosure. And it's honestly not good enough to tweet beforehand and say the following tweet coming after this is going to be an endorsement that was paid for, because that tweet dies off and becomes the next one. So it's not good enough. So